Good morning, all. I have a lot to get through today, so there's a good chance I may not make any sense. So I was tuning in this morning and found myself in quite a powerful download. So I'm still a bit shaky because there's a lot of information downloading, which it isn't time for yet. And after the download, well, actually it was during the download, and a message came in from a beautiful friend of mine called Lisa, and I'm going to link you her website below, because I think Lisa is coming in as part of my new soul family, and this is what's happening at the moment, is we're gathering together our new soul families to walk forward with. And Lisa is my nudgy pokey. She has a beautiful energy. She works with energy through movement, and she's a biodynamic practitioner. And when she comes in, she'll send me a message that basically says, do more. She says it with so much love, I can't not. So Lisa, for bringing me out of the closet and out of hermit, I am eternally grateful. Thank you. So what she said this morning was, do more. We could do with these videos you're making on a daily basis. So they may not be daily, but I'm going to see what comes in, and where there is meaningful stuff to share, I'll make a video. So after this download, which is still ongoing, but after this download and after Lisa's message, I started to feel excited for no reason at all. And I'm allowing the excitement to build and bringing it into the 3D to make it present. So it's present because I feel like destiny is coming in. And if I'm showing up, possibly in a non-physical way, to meet my destiny, then I'm going to show up looking gorgeous. So I allowed the excitement to carry me and to build in me, letting go of the need to know, what is this? I need some event to pin this onto. No, I'm just going to move with it. I'm going to let it move me. My throat chakra's opening up. I'm going to let it move me. And so I did my hair and I put some makeup on. I'm wearing my most expensive perfume and my beautiful, gorgeous wrap, because something is happening that's making me feel excited, and I'm just moving with it, okay? And the reason I'm sharing that with you is because this is part of the divergence that we're in, is letting go of that need to know and to quantify and to qualify and to justify and to defend. Be. I'm being with something that I can't explain because it's here. So this is very present, very here now, okay? Okay, let's see if I can make sense of this. I want to start with what's going on in dream state. So what's happening in dream state is there's a higher intelligence downloading. This is all to do with how we move forward from here. Part of the higher intelligence I've partly shared with you. You remember when I woke up the other morning and I was aware that something divine was looking back at me, showing me through a divine filter. What I didn't share was in that moment I was given a something. I'll use the word mission, but I don't like the word mission because of its affiliation to war. But a something which I accepted, which I'm not going to share. So I was given a mission, and FYI, my beautiful soulmates, I'm past halfway through my life, and I know why I'm here now. Okay, so it's okay not to know. It's okay not to know. And I, like you, have scrambled around in the dark, finding my purpose. Let go. Ha! You let go and it came in. Yeah, I did. Now I've put my phone on airplane mode, and for some reason it doesn't respond. So I apologize. Messages might be coming in during this. So I was given my mission, which I accepted. So when you accept a mission, what do you imagine is the first thing that's going to happen? Well, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to be sent the trigger to raise in you the part of you that's holding you back from accomplishing your mission. Has anybody ever seen follow-up to Bruce Almighty, which is called Evan Almighty? And in Evan Almighty, where she leaves him, so Evan Almighty is played by Steve Carell, and his wife, don't know her name, he starts presenting with madness, and she takes the kids and she leaves him, and they're in a diner, and the kids go off to choose pudding or something, and Morgan Freeman shows up as God, and she starts talking. This is what I'm worried about, yada yada. And he said, what do you want? And I'm paraphrasing, so that I won't get this word perfect. What do you want? And she said, peace. And he said, do you imagine when you pray for peace that peace will arrive? Or do you imagine that an opportunity for you to achieve peace will arrive? Okay, so I've accepted this mission, which it might take me another 100,000 lifetimes to achieve. So I accepted this mission, and within, what was that? That was Tuesday morning. It's now Friday. This happened yesterday. 2 days later, a trigger comes in. And so I'm having to kind of maneuver around this trigger. And what it's lifting is what's also in the system, in the collective. And that is this martyr energy. It's lifting some remnant of martyr energy. And it is absolutely fascinating how it's playing out. But I want to speak into that because in the field at the moment, we have individuation, autonomy, inspiration. We're in the age of Aquarius, which is higher mind. It's Tesla energy, it's genius, and it's way outside the box. So it defies definition, define-ition. Okay. Can we be with that? Can I be with this download today and this feeling of excitement when I have no idea what it is? And I'm having to prevent my subconscious from mapping onto it the old, because then I'm just birthing the old. So I'm staying in the not knowing, I'm just moving with the energy, okay? But we have this victim martyr consciousness which is being pulled up out of people. It's coming up through their relationships. It's causing real disharmony. It's that feeling of no matter what I do, it's never good enough. It's that feeling. Or it's a narrative around, I did this, this, and this, and now I'm going to moan about it. Okay, well, what was your motivation for doing it? Was your motivation, to get that big stroke? Because we like those big strokes, don't we? Or was your motivation, I've got what you need and I can help, give the help, walk away? If the interaction isn't as pure as that, then there's entanglement. Okay, so I'm not going to linger on the victim martyr because I don't want to put any of my energy into that frequency. And I'm going to jump from that back to the Dantian that I mentioned yesterday. So the Dantian is the vitality center just beneath the belly button. So it's belly and it affects the, so it's vitality, it's our power station. It's where we put our energy, okay? So look at vitality, imagine lack of vitality, and now bring in victim martyr, okay? Victim martyr feeds. You remember I mentioned that suck, feed energy. Vitality is my power station. I've got to be careful where I spend that energy, yeah? So I've been doing some work with this Dantian. I'll post a link to a beautiful little animation that's badly edited. It gets cut short, but it gives you just what you need because I'm highly visual, so I can picture the Dantian. Hang on, Dantian. Lisa. So I can picture the dantian and what's being woven. It's gathered its own energy now and it's weaving. So if you imagine that's my body, that's my belly, and that's my spine. What it's doing is it's weaving kind of this dream catcher that's in the geometric form of the flower of life. So I have this disc filling that area of my body and bringing light. That's probably part of why I'm shaking, because I'm powering up my power station. I'm sharing that with you because it might be really useful for you. Okay, so divergence, again, divergence, divergence, divergence. Choose what you're taking forward. Choose every thought, every word, every feeling, every behavior. Choose presence. Very, very present. This is a delicate time. Literally drawing the blueprint, so every line needs to be made with the highest vibration that you can muster. Okay, so dream states, there's higher intelligence coming in, and I'm sharing this with you because some of you are going to be receiving these downloads as well, and they will map you into or out of this 3D reality. Okay, I very much feel like I've punched through into something new. I very much feel different, very different. I'm working with a new set of energies and I haven't got to grips with them yet. And I'm not seeking to know, I'm just accepting. So you'll be getting glimpses of new blueprints. The message I got this morning, discount nothing, work through synchronicity. I saw that, and then I saw that, and then I saw that. Ooh, that's odd. Accept it. Yeah, it's odd. It's odd. Because in a new vibration, not going to make sense yet. We haven't mapped it yet. It's coming in. We're downloading the new light codes, and it won't make sense just yet. Bless our hearts. But we've called it. We've called it, and there's a lot coming in. Discount nothing. All has yet to be revealed, and all will be revealed. Okay? That's a video for another day, because I'm getting insights about what's going to be revealed. It's to do with the child self, or part of it is to do with the child self. And then they took me back to the all is not as it seems. And there's a question here. Sorry, I've just wolfed my breakfast and I've got to dash for a client session soon, so I'm rushing through this. Did I say in yesterday's videos we fill the gaps with ghouls? I think I did. So when I talk to people about the unknown, about what they sense but they can't map to yet or define, their system brings in dread. I call it the nameless dread. And we bring dread in and we plug it into that space that we can't identify because we've forgotten how to work in flow state. And so the question is, can you instead fill the gaps with joy and unexpected deliverance from sorrow instead of repeating the nameless dread? Can you instead fill the gaps where you don't know what's happening with joy and unexpected deliverance from sorrow? We're back to meaningless joy, aren't we? This is meaningless joy. It has no meaning, but I feel excited and I'm damn well going to dress and behave excited. I love it. I don't need to know what it's about. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. So that's that. Dream state, higher intel, work through synchronicity. And I've just put a dream catcher in the system. So that's how synchronicity works, is this will come in there, you know, where all the lines cross, and this will come in there, and this will come in there. And hindsight is the only perfect science. You'll be going through your journal one day, 6 months back, and you'll go, oh, Christ. Yep, I get that now. I get that now. So let go of trying to understand it now. Victim martyr, notice where you're over trying, where you're overreaching into someone else's system. And notice also where you're helping and helping and helping. And it's like sometimes I say to clients, did they ask you for help? If you're not being asked for help, don't help. Just listen. Just listen. And so when we overreach and overhelp, we're into feeding energy. What's feeding us? Okay, what's feeding us? Because what's happening is we're moving from our core, we're moving from our authenticity, our truth, our autonomy. We're moving away from that into some other kind of wasted energy. That's just wasted energy, okay? To please another. So this is codependency, and it's been around for eons because it's a slave royalty relationship generally. I'm generalizing. Okay, so get up off your knees. Stand up. Stand up. Hold your head up high. Yesterday, when I was triggered, I had to find a new way to move through it, and it was difficult. It wasn't going to be easy. This is a big challenge I've been set. I had to find a new way to move through it with love. And so I did. And then I had to go out. And oh yeah, another unexpected thing. I went out, and because I've got a slow puncture on one of my tires, every time I go out, I have to pump it up. So I was pumping up the tire. The sun was beaming down. So I stood and faced the sun and did a third eye and crown activation and just absorbed as much sunshine, as many photons of light as I could. And I pushed my energy out, 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 up, 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 and just moved my field as big as I could make it and let it go. And stood there and bathed and bathed and imbibed and imbibed. And then I brought myself back and I looked up, and there were 5 gulls giving me a new corona, my personal corona. 5 gulls and nothing else in the sky except blue. 5 gulls in a circle above my crown. It is what it is. 5 gulls in a circle above my crown, and there is no separation between me and the out there and the cosmos. I am the cosmos. You are the cosmos. How big do you want to go with this? Okay. If you're looking for it to make sense, then you keep yourself small. I know that's challenging for me to say, but where you can sit in the not knowing and be comfortable there is where you're going to grow in this time. Like I say, 2020, she's not going to give us the answers. She's going to give us the challenges. It's up to us how we maneuver through those challenges. We've got to do it in new ways. We don't. I'm not telling you what to do. It's not my job to be directive. It's just my job to share what I'm getting. And I've put, where are your own T&Cs? Where are your terms and conditions? Because that's what's been challenged in me. Where are my terms and conditions? Why am I accepting something I've actually boundaried around previously? And I've moved away from that because the part of me that needs to be uplifted just got triggered. It's a remnant part of my adapted, parentified child. Okay, let me help you, let me help you, let me help you. No more, no, no. I've offered you help, and it's up to you whether you take it or leave it, and I will respect your decision. Separation. Okay. So it's rebounding with yourself. Where are your terms and conditions? Write down your terms and conditions for relationships. Have a go. It might be interesting. Okay, and 3 times this week, I should have pulled it from the deck actually, but this is kind of my everyday deck. Wow, look at the card on the bottom. Again, that's about the 3rd time that's been out this week, but there's another card which is called Be Vigilant, and that's been out 3 or 4 times this week. Be vigilant with your power station. Be vigilant with where your energy goes. It's become a bumper sticker, isn't it? Well, it goes where energy flows. Yeah, whatever. But we're spending, that's our currency that's in our wallet. Okay, so you're careful about where your money goes. Are you careful about where your thoughts, energy, feelings, movements, behaviors go? Be vigilant in where your energies go. This is about self-worth. What is my value in the world? That was the last bit, wasn't it? What is my value in the world? I'm going to start shuffling because I'm running out of time. What is my value in the world? And how do I hold myself to that value? How do I hold myself to that value? Because in holding myself to that value, at some point I'm going to have to willfully disappoint you and your expectations of me to please you. That's how we break down paradigms. We have to let them down. We have to fail in the face of the paradigm that wants us to be something we're actually not. I'm a divine fucking being. You feel that? I'm a divine being. Can I hold myself to that? Well, not at the moment, but I'm working on it. What's this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, of course. What number is that? 55, 8. Karma, change. So, conscious connections, and I'm talking about the arrival of soul families. I am palpably aware of the new people that have come into my life since the end of 2019, or the last quarter of 2019. Totally different vibration. Even my client base, totally different vibration. So conscious connections, making conscious connections is probably the antithesis of clumsily and with lack of awareness, being with people who don't inspire you. Are the people around you? That's a bigger question then, doesn't it? Let's call them your soul family. And that can involve, blood relations, friends, whatever, partners. What are they bringing? And what are you bringing to them? I remember once, a very long time ago, somebody made me do a pros and cons list about a proposition that had been made to me. And the proposition flattered my ego. Okay, so this is in the 90s. The proposition flattered my ego. It was a business proposition. And it blinded me to what the truth was. The truth was, without me, the proposition could never have happened. And had I not done the pros and cons, I never would have known that. I'd have gone straight through the ego going, yeah, I'm brilliant. No, I would have been it. I'd have been carrying the whole blooming thing. So where are your conscious connections? What is the fair exchange? The balance, not the balance. What am I trying to say? The harmony. Because it's not always a fair exchange, but what is the exchange? What is the dynamic? The transaction. What is the transaction between you and another? Are you always giving? Are you always receiving? Does it flow both ways? Do you sometimes hold for another, support for another, and receive the same? Is there harmony? Or is there the same repeating conflicts? And is this a conscious, awake connection? Interesting question to ask. Okay. Giving out any more missions today. Let's just have a little gentle advice card, a love card. Let's have a love card. This weather, it's almost like a consolation. And I know one of my friends in the States is seeing some unbelievably weird weather at the moment, but the weather in the UK in my part of the UK is absolutely beautiful, and I'm loving it. You ready? We're pulling from this one, are we? I'm sorry, my bad. Good in a moment. How are you? I think that one wants to come out. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the face with it. Oh, yes, please. Look at this. 43-7. Mystery. Come to life. Paint yourself into life. Paint yourself into life. Let's bring the light back in there. Isn't that lovely? Look. She's painting herself to life. And look at nature coming in there. So yesterday when I painted myself to life with the sun, nature came in with a new corona. Corona means crown, by the way. Come to life. You know, if you were giving someone guidance, come to life, what would that mean to you? What would you be telling them? Apply it to yourself. Treat yourself. Spoil yourself. It doesn't have to mean anything. It doesn't have to mean anything. Follow the feeling. And I think that's it for today. There may even be another one today. Let's see how the day pans out. But it's feeling more dynamic. The energy kind of started off really bad, and then there was lots of healing energy that came through the system. And now it's like we're in the pause and we're making choices, and we are in a kind of not knowingness, which might make us feel, or it might make us feel, okay, it's your choice, it's your choice, or ooh. Okay, right, I'm going to love you and leave you. 2 hands today, and I will be back soon. Take great care. See you soon. Bye-bye.